should be, oh, it's preparing there. Look, now we are live on Facebook. So welcome back everyone to Your Home Show. It is our 15th episode. So normally we have Chris Weniger here, but she is unable to make it this Saturday. So you just get myself, Rebecca Guerrero, and our guest today, Monet with ABC Realty. So thank you so much, Monet, for coming on. We really appreciate it. But a little, thank you. What we do on the show is all about looking at and educating and advising you on your home. So whether you're looking to buy your first home, moving up, moving down, refinancing, we are here to help. So that is what we're doing today. We got Monet, like I said. The first thing that I want to go over, though, is our national holiday. We don't have history fact, but we do have a national holiday today, and that is National Bring Your Cat to the Vet Day. So make sure everyone is bringing in their little feline friends to the vet and getting those annual checkups. But want to get right into our mortgage update. So jobless claims, initial new claims came up $135,000 new claims filed. So continued claims are still around 14.8 million. There is that PUA claims number. That is the new temporary federal program that provides up to 39 weeks of unemployment benefits to the individuals who aren't eligible for unemployment income. So basically those who are self-employed, own small businesses. That number is 28 million. So jobless claims still pretty high, the unemployment, but you know, that's expected with COVID and everything that's going on. So hopefully we get vaccines soon. They do have those successful ones in Russia, apparently. So hopefully that's true and coming our way soon so we can all get back to work and get back to normal. But new housing starts are coming in next week. So we'll be able to see how many new housing starts. That's for new construction. So that's a number that we want to take a look at when it comes to interest rates. But again, interest rates are super good. We want to make sure that if you are looking to refinance or purchase a new home, now is the time with those interest rates that buying power can go up because of the lower rate, so you can afford a higher purchase price. There is the new 50 basis point, fee for refinances. Now, that is effective September 1st. If you are looking to refinance, that would equate to either a fee or it could be reflected in interest rates being slightly higher. Now, I want to make sure that I'm telling everybody this who is thinking about refinancing to not scare you away. You could still potentially benefit greatly from a refinance. So contact myself, Chris, or anyone else on the team if you have questions on refinancing. We'd love to help and tell you if that is a good thing to do or not. So kind of going right in here, reminding everybody again that it is National Bring Your Cat to the Vet Day for that annual checkup. This also goes for current homeowners. If you have not done your annual mortgage checkup, see if your current mortgage is still the right fit for you and your family, please contact your trusted loan officer today. We would love to go over those refinance options with you if it's something that would benefit you. So thank you, Monet, for coming. We truly appreciate it. We have some questions that we've collected for you that we want to know a little bit more about you and about your company. So the first question that we always ask all of our guests is, how long have you been in the business for?
Well, I'm just closing in on my first year here. And it's been a year. It's been a year to start in real estate, which tends to be one of the more harsh industries out there, especially for new agents. So I think my first year has been packed full of incredible learning experiences, especially moving forward.
Yeah. I mean, you picked a good time to get into it when, COVID is a thing, and everyone in the industry is trying to figure out, okay, how are we going to make this happen and still have a good year? And it seems to be working, which is awesome.
Yeah, no, so obviously the pandemic part aside, this winter having quarantine happen, it was great for me because it forced me, someone who does not like sitting at a desk, who does not like working on administrative things. It was like, okay, here I am. What do I do now? Oh, I need to work on my business plan. Oh, I need to do all of these things that otherwise I would be out of the house. So that actually, I think that kind of helped me there. And then I was learning what and figuring out what was going on with the rest of everybody else. So I didn't feel like I was starting behind, where I was like, okay, so what's going on? How do I figure out what this market means? There's like, what is going on with this market? What is going to happen? We don't know.
Yeah.
I think we still don't know. Like it's nice being part of that whole collective of people that may have been struggling there for a little bit.
Yeah, I can attest to the fact that I had finally found my groove, and then COVID hit, and everyone, even the veterans in the business, are like, okay, well, what are we going to expect? We thought that there could be a slowdown because we were thinking, well, we can't show houses. There's no way to do it right now, but we tackled that very, very quickly, and things have just been nonstop. It's just go, go, go. Let's get these done. And so it's been a very good learning experience. And with you too, putting that business plan together has helped a ton. You know, you want to make sure that your business is running the way that you want it to run, and having that put together makes it a lot easier.
Yeah. And I'm actually in the process of rewriting it. Just as, I'm growing in my first year, I'm figuring out what my priorities are, and trying to work my personal passions as much into my career as I can, because I want to love what I'm doing. And to do that, I need to bring in my passions.
So. Exactly. Yeah. You want to make sure that you have not just a job that you go to make money and to survive. You want to have a job where you can live and be happy and contribute to what is important to you. So I really, really love that. But one of the next question that we always ask everybody is, tell us a little bit about you, Monet. What do you like to do when you're not showing homes?
Lately, there has not been a lot of time for when I'm not showing homes, because, oh my gosh, I feel like I've barely got any time for myself, but, which is awesome. I love it. But I would say, when I'm at home, I like to hang out outside. I have 2 cats. So one of them has been to the vet recently. The other one, I guess it's time for his checkup. I'll call it a day. Thank you for the reminder.
You're welcome.
But we've got a beautiful garden here. So I just like to kind of zone out and play with the earth, play with the animals, all that nature stuff. But then when I'm not doing that, especially lately, I have found myself as an advocate for social justice, and trying to get out to as many protests and rallies as I can, because I hold the issues that are going on right now to be very, very important, not only to myself, but also to my job. So the protests and rallies that I go to are for, I would say lately it's been a lot of houselessness, trying to deal with that problem, because I live in Northeast Minneapolis. And if you've been in the cities, or you've been in Minneapolis, St. Paul, you see the rise in homelessness or houselessness, which I think, really goes hand in hand with the new jobless claims that are happening, and people losing their jobs. They're being evicted from their homes. There are foreclosures happening, and those people are ending up in the parks. And there's a lot of contention between homeowners and the people living in the parks. And I'll get more into that later. But yeah, so in my free time, I like to try and make things better for other people, I guess.
Well, and that's one of the reasons why I wanted you on the show, is to show that we don't just sell homes or help people buy homes, or for me, getting people a loan to purchase that home. It is to make sure that we do that, but we also help everyone that we can. We want to make sure that if there's a way that we can help, we're going to do that. And you especially are one of the people who I see out there all the time doing as much as possible. And I truly appreciate the work that you're doing for these individuals. So
thank you. There are so many amazing leaders out there right now that are just, I mean, whatever I do seems like small peanuts compared to what these people do out there trying to get the help that's needed, especially from the real estate industry, because those issues are our issues and we should be addressing them.
Mm-hmm. Well, and our CEO, Steve Jacobson, he always says, this is one of his saying is, if it helps one, it's worth doing. So that's something that I hold dear, that if I can help one person, no matter what it is, I'm going to try and do it for them. So I truly, truly appreciate all of your hard work. So that's kind of a good segue into, you did just change companies. What made you decide on ABC Realty, and what makes this company stand out from others?
Well, so I kind of happened on them by chance. Little bit about them. The office is in Dayton's Bluff, and they do a lot of work around there, creating affordable housing. So anyone that has been over to the Payne Phelan neighborhood, there are some just like really beautiful row houses, and they're affordable. They're absolutely gorgeous, well-made housing that people can afford, and that's what they are all about. So their main thing is that they work to, or I should say we work to break down barriers to home ownership. And to close the racial housing gap. So Minnesota has one of the worst racial housing gaps in the country. We are, I believe, in third place, or somewhere in the top 5. Last I checked, we were in third. But considering Minnesota has one of the highest homeownership rates in the country, that's where we see that disparity. And I didn't even know that a brokerage like this existed. I had no idea. So when someone connected me, I think I just made a post on Facebook about something, because I was unhappy where I was, and somebody was like, "Oh, hey, I know these people that deal with affordable housing and all that good stuff. So I just put you in touch." I went over, I clicked immediately. I looked at their brochure and I was like, oh my God, this is what's written in my business plan right now. Like, I have a sticky note next to my bathroom mirror to remind me of why I do what I do every day. And it was basically their mission statement. And I was just like, oh my God. I think a lot of people don't realize that there are these people actively working to help and make housing better and affordable for everyone, not just the people that are able to maintain their jobs from a laptop in their homes. And the thing that I truly love about them is that they celebrate culture. It's right there on their website. It's echoed through the team. We've got it's their other thing is like a company that looks like you, because it's just, you'll feel welcome no matter what, because we got everybody. And I also just wanted to stress the importance of, and you kind of said it too, working with people before they're ready for that pre-approval, before they're ready for actually buying a home, not just saying, okay, well, come back and talk to me in a few months, come back and talk to me in a couple of years. I have people that I talk to that live in their cars, that live in tents. They're like, you know what, I would love to own a home. It's like, okay, so how are we going to make that happen? It might not be tomorrow, but I want to be invested. I want to be there to help those people build for themselves. And I think that really embodies ABC Realty. So
yeah, well, in that is clearly a passion of yours. We can tell just by you talking about it, which is awesome. Because that's what it should be about. It shouldn't be about, hey, you're just a number to me, you are a paycheck to me, and the sooner I get this done, the sooner I get paid, the sooner I can say goodbye to you and go to the next one. That is not what we are here for. We are here to make sure that if I say no to you, it's not a no, it's a not right now. And with that not right now, we're going to create a plan to make it someday. And that someday, we're going to make it as soon as possible. Sometimes it takes quite a bit of time, but we are going to work to get you there. We're not just going to say, oh, your credit is a 500, leave until once you get back with a 620, go ahead and come back, talk to me. But we're going to say, unfortunately, your credit score isn't where it needs to be, or the down payment that is required isn't there. But let's figure out, I have all your information. Let's figure out what we need to do, make a plan, stick to it. We'll check in once a month and say, how are you doing? Is there anything that I can help with? What do you need from me? You know, that's what it's all about, is making sure that those people who truly don't believe that they're ever going to own a home become homeowners.
And I mean, so that attitude of, no, I can't own a home, like, it's not going to happen for me. That attitude comes from a lot of people and a lot of groups being told that they're not homeowners. Nobody in their family has owned homes. I've got 33% of first-time home buyers are people of color, which sounds like it would be a positive, but that's because they don't own homes. We're coming into a time where maybe this information is becoming more widely spread, that like, hey, there are people out here to help you. Hey, it doesn't, you know, yeah, sorry, start getting on rants. But.
No. I mean, the point that you're making too is, so a third of first-time home buyers are people of color, but you want to take a look at, okay, so what is the population and what percentage are people of color? And you're going to see the difference in the numbers showing that basically population, and I don't know what the population is. I didn't look it up, but I'm assuming it's going to be, you know, oh, you got it?
I have some numbers here. I
Okay.
got these right.
I was like,
yeah.
I know that you probably have.
Yeah, I was like, I should have these numbers. They seem relevant. No, so, and these numbers are, they're from studies. I don't think any more recent studies have come out. So I have the most recent numbers, which are from 2015, but from the 90s and to 2015, there's fewer homeowners of color owning across the board. It's because I mean, things are getting worse. But so in 2015, 75% of homeowners were white, 55% were Asian, 38% were Hispanic, and 23% were Black. And that is still, you know, that those disparities are getting worse. And I think we need to ask ourselves why that is. Should be getting better. We should be seeing equality through those as we move forward, but we're not.
Yep, I was just about to say, we need to see across the board those numbers rise. I believe that everyone deserves to own a home. I mean, that's one of the American dreams. That's one of the biggest things that brings you wealth is owning a home. Not only are you proud of it, but it helps you build wealth. You are not paying your landlord thousands of dollars a month, hundreds of dollars a month. You are paying yourself that money when you own a home. And eventually you'll get to a point where you have the equity in the home, and then you can go on to a bigger, better home or whatever it is that you want to do. But it's just, wealth building in real estate is a real thing. And we want to make sure that we can help those people who are less fortunate than others get the opportunity as well.
Mm-hmm. I had something else. Can I read off my my encampment numbers here, because it's very relevant.
Especially right now, it really is. And I forgot to mention that. So Monet is in Minneapolis. I'm in St. Paul, and just being a part of this neighborhood, in this community, you see these things happening. Now, people in the suburbs don't necessarily see it, but it is happening in our cities, in our neighborhoods. And there's a ton of people who are in tents, or some people don't even have tents. There's people sleeping in sleeping bags on the sidewalk. And it is a problem that we need to address and help those individuals get into a better situation. So I will now bring it back to you, Moni.
Thank you. And I mean, the reason that this is so relevant is because we're facing more joblessness, we are facing more evictions, more foreclosures, and like homelessness does not, or houselessness does not discriminate. There's certainly more people of color that are affected by this because of the way that our just all of our systems are set up. But anyone can be homeless. If you're living in the suburbs and you don't see this happening, or your neighbors don't get evicted from their homes and then put their tent up right there on the street outside of their homes, they're gonna downsize. They're gonna go to a smaller home. They're gonna move into the cities where it's not even really that much cheaper at this point, but they remove themselves, or they have people to take care of them. They have people to give them more money or to take them in. Whereas people from our neighborhoods, they don't have that safety net. Once they can't pay their rent for an extra month, they're gone. They don't have anyone else to pay their rent. Once they, get evicted, they stay in the neighborhood. Why would you leave? Everything you know is around here. So people get this idea of an other, like, oh, that person is sleeping in a tent. Oh, that person is, their clothes are dirty and they, whatever. That's an other. That's not an other. That's your neighbor. Just before, you saw them in a house with a washing machine. You saw them in a house, but then once that house is gone, that image is shattered, and suddenly they're not real people. They're from somewhere else. They came here. They came to us. They're ruining our neighborhoods. No, they're trying to live in their neighborhoods and survive in their neighborhoods. Anyways, that being said, currently, and this was updated 2 days ago on August 20th on the Minneapolis Parks Board website. And there are active communications with the park boards trying to figure this out. They're under a lot of pressure from homeowners just to keep going through, sweeping the camps, evicting the camps, because, they feel it's compromising their neighborhoods. It's compromising their children's safety. So by pushing people from park to park every single week, there's no hope for them trying to get new jobs. There's no hope for them trying to set up a better future, because every week there's everything that they own is either having to be packed up by them and moved several miles away, or a legitimate bulldozer is coming through and plowing down, picking up personal belongings, the rest of what these people have left, and throwing them into dumpsters just because they don't own a home, because they have been put into the parks, which is not even a safe place. Nobody wants to be there. Anyway, so these numbers, it is estimated that there are 397 tents in all the parks in Minneapolis. That's not counting St. Paul. I didn't get St. Paul's numbers, but 397 tents, and that is not one person per tent. Sometimes it is, but there are families here. So that means there are and that's only who's accounted for, and that's tents. That's not people sleeping in their cars. That's not people sleeping on the streets, on benches. They counted tents. So, 400 tents means well over 400 people that are just recently houseless. There are 34 parks with tents. They're trying to reduce those numbers. They are very picky about the permits and who can and cannot apply for them. We have got, sorry, there's just a dog that ran through my yard. Yeah, I guess all I had to say on that bit was that as realtors, it is our job to act on this, because who do we tend to target? People that need homes. So that's a huge market that people are not tapping into. I'm not saying tap into it for, glorious banks of money and wealth flying everywhere. I'm saying tap into it because those are people that need your job, that need your expertise, that need all of everything that we do as an industry. They need us to stand up and say, we care about this. What are we going to do? Even if you're not going to go down and put everybody in homes, there's strength in numbers, and this is a strong industry that runs our economy. We could be making a change, and I'm not seeing it happening with the majority of the realtors out there. So that's my call to action.
That's exactly why you're with the company that you're with now, is because you can see that passion, you can see that drive, and you can see the direction where they're going, and it's the direction that you want to be in. And I would hope that for the majority of people that are in the industry, they also see that and would want to make a difference. But being with a company that you're with, you are going to make a change. And clearly everyone can see that Monet is very passionate about this. And if you have any additional questions for her with any of the social injustices that she is fighting for to stop, not fighting for, but fighting to stop. Gotta make sure I say that correctly. That she was more than willing to give you information and give you advice and to give you a direction that she thinks that you can go, whether you're in the industry or not. If you are someone who works at a convenience store, if you are someone who is a financial planner, if you are someone who drives a bus, whatever, I'm just taking these things out of my brain here. There's things that you can do. And we would love to be able to get you to a place where you can help the community as well. So if you have any, go ahead.
Sorry. Yeah. One more bit. I do want to say that it has been very much stressed at these protests and rallies that that being able to go out and fight for these things in the way that I do and the people that are out there do is a privilege. And we have to recognize that privilege, that I'm a realtor. I have a job where I get to plan my entire schedule, granted around my clients, but that leaves me with a lot of flexibility. I am able to say, okay, with my free time today, I'm going to go down to the park and this is what I'm going to do. Okay, there's X, Y, and Z event and march and discussion happening. How am I going to get myself there? And that's a privilege that I have. Not everyone has the privilege to go out and do those things because maybe they're trying to work their job that they have to be at, however many hours a day, and they can't break away from that because they live paycheck to paycheck and their income would suffer. But I really see that as one of the few reasons not to be out there. So.
Well, and if you have a job that has the set hours, obviously you can't take the time to leave the job like Monet said, but there are different ways that you can do it. There's plenty of things going on the weekends. There's ways that you can donate food, donate items, donate money, whatever. Donate something, whether it's money, items, time. Yeah, just do what you can. And you will, not only will you affect somebody else's life, but you're going to affect yours too. And you're going to feel better about yourself. And that rush is just so good to be able to say, I did this. Yeah, I did this. I helped someone. I want to help some more people. Like Monet just said, it's addicting. You want to just keep helping. And that's what we're here for in the industry, is to help those that we can, and the ones that we can't right now get on a path so that we can help them in the future. So like I said, if you have any additional questions for Monet on her job, on her company, on her personal beliefs and everything, whatever.
Me up.
I was like, Monet is an open book. She'll tell you. So,
I'll tell you very forcefully about my opinions.
Yes. So now I also brought Monet on the show for another reason, is because we are hosting a event called Pints for Pets, and it will be supposed to be an in-person event at 56 Brewing in June, but like we've discussed earlier in the show, and it's a nonstop issue, is COVID has prevented lots of things. So we have moved this to an online event, October 25th at noon. It would be a Facebook Live show, and we will get the event posted, updated, sent out so everyone has the information. But Monet, why don't you tell our viewers a little bit more about it and what we're actually doing?
Sure. So this event is pretty much just to find homes for some pets, raise money for those. What a great day to talk about it too, because we don't want you to forget that it is take your cat to the vet day. So
Yep, exactly.
celebrate that national holiday as much as we can. Um, and so Pints for Pets is going to have, let's see, Olu Dog Wash, Dog Days. I think they are a pet sitting or doggy daycare. There we go. We have dreadlocks for dingoes. We have Pernature, our little feline friend representation, and Wet Dog, which is for, washing your dog and animal products of the likes. And so, yeah, we're going to be working with Wags for Whiskers. And I think that doing it online is going to open it up in a really fun way, because before we were only going to have, I think, a total of 12 dogs kind of cycling in and out. We could only have dogs. But now that we're going online, we can take it to the homes of the foster parents. They are going to give us a total rundown of what's going on with these animals. Why do we love this dog? Why is that cat so amazing? Who wants this parakeet? Who knows? Maybe there's a rabbit. You'll have to tune in to find out. But I think it's going to be a lot of fun. We're encouraging costumes since it's going to be October 25th, right around Halloween. And yeah, did I leave anything out?
Well, we're going to have a photo contest. So send in all of your cute pets in a costume. We're going to pick a winner, and the winner will win a basket that's donated by all of our vendors. One vendor that we just recently got to is Sidewalk Dog. What Sidewalk Dog is they are a dog-friendly everything. So if you want to know, where can I take my dog with me inside to restaurants, breweries, hotels, whatever it is, go to Sidewalk Dog and they will tell you, hey, this is a neighborhood you want to go to. This is where you can take your dog. Everyone loves their dog. They don't want to leave it at home, so take him with you, or her. Take them with you. But so that's going to be a donation that we will give out to the photo contest, whoever wins. Wags and Whiskers is the rescue that we are donating all of the money to. They are not located in a brick and mortar area. They strictly run off of donations and fosters. So that's why we want to help them, especially right now with COVID being a thing. It is harder to get these dogs homes because now you have to, physically make sure everything is good, safe, sanitary for dogs, pets, people, everyone, with COVID being a thing. So they have suffered a little bit. But I think that this going from a physical in-person event to an online event can actually probably help us get a little bit more awareness, donations, and hopefully my goal and Monet's goal is to get these animals adopted while we're on the show, so that someone's going to come in and say, hey, this is Rufus. He's a great dog. He's so nice, loves kids, doesn't like other dogs. He's good with cats. Who wants to get to know Rufus a little bit more? And then you can go ahead and do that. We'll have another reason for this too is to promote the small businesses, again, that have been hit hard with COVID being a thing, because a small business owner is the first to suffer when something like this happens. So we want to make sure that not only are we donating all of the money we can to Wags and Whiskers, but we are also promoting all of our vendors who are donating their time and money to help Wags and Whiskers. So therefore you can help them. They have great products, they have great services, and they're all local. It's not a big company located somewhere else like Seattle or LA or whatever. These are all local companies that could use your help, and they make amazing things, all pet related. So it's not just going to be like Applebee's, here's a gift card. It's like, actually, I make woolen socks for cats made from my dust bunnies from my dryer, like that cool stuff that you can't find anywhere else that's local.
God, that sounds like something I'm gonna end up getting into differently.
That's what you got to do with all your lint in your dryer. You got to collect it and then make little cat booties.
Yeah.
I mean, why wouldn't you do that?
Yeah, why? Because cats need booties. Sound
They
like their feet are
do.
covered in fur.
Right. I don't know. Like I said, I'm just pulling stuff out of thin air and I'm making.
That was really specific. I really like that one.
Yes. So that's what we're doing. If you know of anyone who either would like to add a fur baby to their family, or you know a small business that would love to be a part of this event, or if you just want to be a part of it, contact us. Let us know. We'll send you more information. Like I said, we're going to get our Facebook event up and running here in the next week or so. But anything that you want to know, whether it's Pints for Pets related or real estate related or loan related, we are here to be a source for you. So Monet, do you have any other parting thoughts that you would like to leave with our viewers for today?
I would say my task for you for today is to educate yourself on something that makes you uncomfortable. Learn about it. Figure out why it makes you uncomfortable. Doesn't matter what it is. I'm not suggesting, not you specifically, but I'm not suggesting anything. But just if something makes you uncomfortable, dig into it, learn about it. Maybe it'll help.
Well, and it does. It really, really does. I've done that a couple of times, and you think that you feel one way about something until you learn a different person's perspective in why they feel differently. You can have a conversation with somebody who doesn't have the same beliefs as you do. You can do that, and it might surprise you what could come out of that conversation. So, hard conversations to have, but they can be very, very productive, and good things, great things can come from them. So thank you again so much, Monet, for being on. We truly appreciate your passion and your drive for what you're doing. Again, Your Home Show, we're here every week, every Saturday morning, 10 a.m. with myself and Chris, who will be returning next week. But we want to know if there's anything that you guys want to know and want to learn, whether it be about credit, home ownership, the process, anything. Let us know. We want to give you the information that you want to have. So again, here's the little compliance that I have to go over every time. So Your Home Show is sponsored by CG Home Loan Partners, a Fairway Independent Mortgage Corporation, and MLS number 2289. We're licensed in Minnesota, Wisconsin, California. Chris Weniger, NMLS number 225608. Rebecca Guerrero, NMLS number 1728384. Carrie Guerrero, NMLS number 209015. Fairway Independent Mortgage Corporation is an equal housing lender. This is not an offer to enter into an agreement. Not all customers will qualify. Information, rates, and programs are subject to change without notice. All products are subject to credit and property approval. So find us at Facebook at Your Home Show. Thanks, everyone, and have a great weekend.